Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, so, sorry guys. We're going to start with 156 and then go to 237.
What do you guys want to talk about?
Just give me a second to get on the mic.
Thank you so much. First of all, back here?
To your right.
Yes.
Hi there, Margaret Carrero with KNX Radio here in Los Angeles. First of all, congratulations. Such a phenomenal film.
Thank you.
Just have to get reaction to what went through your head when La La Land was announced the winner, and then just a couple minutes later, it came for you guys, for Moonlight.
I think all the movies that were nominated were worthy, so I accepted the results. I applauded like everyone else. I noticed the commotion that was happening, and I thought something strange had occurred. And then I'm sure everybody saw my face, but I was speechless when the result was altered, because I've watched the Academy Awards. I've never seen that happen before. And so it made a very special feeling, even more special, but not in the way I expected. Yeah. Yeah.
We're going to 237 and then down to 269.
Big congratulations to you guys. I must say this film feels a bit life-changing because it's such an experience of filmmaking. For us as audience members, for you guys being so involved in the project, what will you remember the most about this life-changing experience for you?
The last 20 minutes of my life have been insane. I don't think my life could be changed any more dramatically than what happened in the last 20 or 30 minutes. But I also think, too, working on this film with everyone here, all the cast that is somewhere drinking champagne, I'm sure, it's just been otherworldly, I will say. And I never expected so many people to see the film, but even a step further, so many people to see themselves in the film. I was in Germany, and this guy stood up and said, you know, I'm from rural Germany. You know, in 20 minutes into this film, I didn't see Alex Hibbert, I saw myself. And that was how I felt in working on it. I had one idea of what I was doing, and then I realized that everyone else was bringing this other thing that was much more beautiful than my idea could ever be. So, yeah, beyond life-changing. Oh.
269, and then we're going to 14.
Right over here. Congratulations again. Given the impact that Moonlight has had, do you think that this will help break down barriers for more stories about LGBT people of color?
The hope that we have today about telling stories is that those people, the ones who we are leaning on to make those stories, were watching and found a platform that they saw they could stand on. I remember sitting back somewhere watching Dustin Lance Black, Except for Milk, and thinking, maybe one day me, and here I am. So if that's any indication, I hope we are moving in that vein. I hope the storytellers up here and their proud journey here can imprint on someone out there watching, that they too can stand here too, and also tell their story as daringly, as intimately as possible.
I might just add, sorry, because we didn't get a chance to thank our courageous distributor, A24. This project didn't really have a lot of comps. It was kind of outside of like the modeling of what, you know, a movie should be in terms of return on investment in that. And I think that this outcome for Moonlight, independently of tonight, but just the effect it's had domestically around the world, hopefully creates some incentives to make stories like this in all different forms. So that was not far from our minds as well.
We're going to 14 and then 59.
Hi, Andrea Mandel from USA Today. This question is for Barry Jenkins. What explanation were you given for the mix-up tonight?
No explanation. Things just happen, you know? I will say I saw two cards, and so things just happen, you know? I did, but because I wanted to see the card, and Warren refused to show the card to anybody before he showed it to me. And so he did. He came upstairs and he walked over to me, and he showed the card. Everybody was asking, can I see the card? He's like, no, Barry Jenkins has to see the card. I need him to know. And he showed it to me, and I felt better about what had happened. I will say to all you people, please write this down. The folks from La La Land were so gracious. I can't imagine being in their position and having to do that. We spent a lot of time together over the last 6 months, and I can't imagine being in their position and having to do that. So it's why. I wasn't speechless because we won. I was speechless because it was so gracious of them to do that. Yeah.
We're going to 59 and then down to 258.
The card said Best Picture, Moonlight, Dee Gardner, Jeremy Kleiner, Adela Romansky, but there were 2 cards.
Okay, guys, let's
we're,
do this.
We're moving on. We're moving on. We're moving on.
Moving on.
No.
59, and then we'll come down to 258.
I
Please
shouldn't have
don't
said
ask.
that.
I know we have a lot of questions, but we still have a lot of people waiting. And please let me just call the numbers. So 59, 258.
Hi, guys. Back here. Congratulations, by the way. And did you all have speeches prepared for Best Picture? And if so, what were you going to say?
Yeah, we might have had a couple ideas, but I think the way that what went down, we kind of had to roll with it, and I feel good about. I feel good about what was said, though I have to admit it was a bit of a fugue state, and I don't know that I remember it. Yeah. We didn't thank people that we probably should have thanked.
Yeah, I absolutely wanted to thank A24 1,000 times because when I first set out to make this film with Adela, there was a budget that we had, and you guys know what the budget is now. It was 1.5. The budget we were offered before that was much, much smaller. And without us asking, they increased that budget because they believed in the project. They never told us to alter anything in that process. So my whole acceptance speech was going to be in thanks to them because it's amazing to be Barry Jenkins right now, but it was not a year and a half ago for a guy who made a movie for $13,000 that hadn't made a movie in 7 years at that point. So I was going to give as much love to them as I possibly could with my time on the mic. And it's unfortunate that things happened the way they did, but hot damn, we won Best Picture.
So we're going to hold on one second, 258, and then we need to wrap it up with number 5 in the back.
Hi, anyone can answer this, but I know, Barry, for you, this has been a long time coming, and it's been a long journey for you. And I think, ironically, the story or the themes told in La La Land could apply to you as well. And I wanted to know, like, what are your feelings toward Los Angeles and this city and the people in it?
I love LA. How could I not right now? You know, I'll speak about La La Land. You know, when I saw Justin at Telluride, I told him that I hadn't been home in about 2 months, and I can see my apartment in the background of the opening shot of that film. And I was nostalgic for LA, which is a crazy feeling for a guy from Miami who's always had a hard time in LA. But you're right, this is the fulfillment of a lot of things. And I also would have thanked Darnell Martin, who gave me my first job in this city. You know, she took Chiron and said, hey, come be my assistant and learn everything I have to teach you. So a lot of things have come full circle right now. This circle is much bigger than I ever could have imagined for myself or for this film. But it feels good, man. You know, and I guess anything's possible because most of the voters who voted us Best Picture, they reside here in Los Angeles, and yet they voted a film about a marginalized character from a marginalized community told in a very unorthodox way into Best Picture. So God bless LA.
And we're going to wrap it up with number 5 in the back.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
I know you are. Congratulations. Denai Morari, BET. It's a two-parter. First off, why do you think that this story resonated so deeply with audiences? And secondly, how do you think that winning this Oscar is going to change your life or your career?
I mean, my career, that part's pretty clear. You know, I write an email, somebody's going to reply at this point. Or I make a phone call, somebody's going to call back. So that part is cool. But why this film? You know, I can't say. I kind of took it off the table when we came to making this. I mean, Terrell put so much truth in what he wrote in the piece in Moonlight, Black Boys Look Blue. I tried to take that truth and manifest it on screen. And the only thing I could speak to was that whatever authenticity, whatever fire this guy had in his belly, people saw it, and they reflected the same fire in their belly.
Barry does this often where he deflects the fact that, you know, sure, I may have brought my truth to the table in the original script. However, what Barry continued to do when he rewrote the script and when he started shooting, when he started casting, when he was working with those actors, was continue to see himself in those moments, those intimate moments. And everybody can relate to that because we all know that moment that we felt awkward. Because Barry found the moment he was awkward and he put it on screen. And so for me, that's the lightning rod that keeps bringing people back. We're putting our true feelings, our true selves there. And this man did it, you know, in 25 days with a cast and crew who was in and out in Miami in the dreaded heat. But we did that with love and compassion and fullness. And I think that's what keeps bringing people back to the cinema.
Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you all.
Thank you, guys.